Iraq. Special forces, in search of weapons of mass destruction, end up digging up something far more deadly, an ancient Sumerian temple infested with ancient supernatural creatures. This is the third installment of the Dark Pictures Anthology series. It is an interactive horror game, developed by Supermassive Games, and will be published by Bandai Namco Entertainment in 2021. Hello everyone. Today we will focus on House of Ashes, and the next video will be the second update of Homeworld 3. And now, the main question. Didn't the publishers confuse something in the third anthology series House of Ashes? Who are those Sumerians? Legend? Fiction? Or maybe the real gods, who walked on the earth more than 5,000 years ago in current southern Iraq? Or the representatives of an alien civilization, imprisoned on Earth for unknown circumstances and trying to create a colony here so that they can survive with the help of the locals? Is it true that the Sumerians were able to adore ancient supernatural creatures in their temples, as the developer will try to show in Ashes? Of course, House of Ashes is just a game, but for fun, let's try to answer the question, is such fiction possible? More than 5,000 years ago, in the territory of present-day southern Iraq, between the Tiger and the Euphrates, super civilization suddenly emerged out from nowhere. The Sumerians were the first to use writing. They are its creators. Only the scripture read dates back to 3100-2900 BC, but this also surprises with its information about the Sumerians. The medical section alone consists of 1,000 clay tables. They describe the most complex medical surgeries, including cataract removal, and it all happened more than 5,000 years ago. The Sumerians built the first city-states with a population of up to 100,000. Each of these cities contained public buildings, markets, workshops, and advanced water systems, and were surrounded by villages and land for agriculture. Each of them was ruled, and the interests of the city were defended by a deity Anunnaki. Deity was resided within that city's temple, or sometimes ascended into the sky. You don't associate it with anyone? We also live in our own homes, and if necessary, we ascend to the skies by plane. When the main pantheon of the gods from heaven was lowered, they began to create humans. To create humans do not understand one-sidedly. The deities taught the people and passed on their knowledge to them. The Sumerians, near the first writing, established the first school. Schools were common in Sumerian culture, marking the world's first mass effort to pass along knowledge in order to keep a society running and building on itself. Sumerians were renowned for their epic poetry, which influenced later works in Greece and Rome, and sections of the Bible, most notably the story of the Great Flood, the Garden of Eden, and the Tower of Babel. Noah in the Bible was also borrowed from the Sumerians. Only the Sumerians called him Zeusera. The Sumerians originated the first literary debates, the first animal fables, the first farmer's almanac, the first moral ideals, the first proverbs and sayings. They were the first to engage in cosmology, inventing money, taxes, passed laws, carrying out social reforms, inventing medicine and prescriptions for medicines available in pharmacies. It therefore seems strange the idea of the creators of the Ashes to show the Sumerian deities as dangerous to mankind in the third installment of the Dark Pictures Anthology. The Sumerians were great creators. Nothing proving this more than their art. Sumerian artifacts show great detail and ornamentation. The first furnace to burn bricks was also built by the Sumerian. They invented a technology to melt metals from ore, as an example, copper. For that purpose, the ore was heated to a temperature of more than 800 degrees in a closed furnace. The Sumerians developed a complex system of metrology. This advanced metrology resulted in the creation of arithmetic, geometry, and algebra. There is also anecdotal evidence the Sumerians may have used a type of slide rule in astronomical calculations. They were the first to find the area of a triangle and the volume of a cube. The Sumerians invented the first circle, first glass, first tissue dyeing and bleaching. Sumer was often called the cradle of civilization. History begins at Sumer, says Dr. Samuel Noah Kramer, America's Sumerologist. He names 39 firsts in human history who were invented by the Sumerians. When other civilizations were just standing on their feet, the Sumerians, like a non-stop conveyor, provided the world with ever new examples of knowledge and ingenious discoveries. Looking at it all, many questions arise, the very first of which is, what is it a nation that has come out of nowhere, has given the world endless useful things, from the wheel to the two-chamber parliament, and has gone into the unknown?
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God.
Is it not the hidden Sumerian code in these verses of Holy Scripture? They share their knowledge. The Sumerians taught the people.
In him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not.
People had to carry the light that was transmitted to them by the Sumerians, but what happened later, even the mighty Sumerians could not have foreseen. Left without deities, people succumbed to greed and the desire for power. The wars between them weakened civilization, and the knowledge gained sank into oblivion along with the conquest of Sumer by other tribes. Even now, the official science cautiously evaluates the Sumerians. With their sudden extinction, their civilization gradually faded, and their achievements for millennia sank into oblivion, and only later they rediscovered in our time. So, your like and subscribings will mean that you want more history's forbidden themes. And now, I say see you, and we'll meet again in the next, second Homie World 3 update.